Owen, how's practice today?
Great. It's been great. Obviously coming off a huge win, but it feels good to get that first conference win. I had to put it behind us and get ready for a really good UNT team.
What'd you see on film?
Yeah, really good defense from the game or
from this game.
Oh yeah, a lot of execution offensively. Throwing the ball, running the ball, protection, run blocking, you name it. So a lot of execution.
I know you don't pay attention to none of this stuff, but there's been a lot of angst around your offensive coordinator, and I saw yesterday he got some award for coordinator of the week. What does that do for you and the players kind of supporting him?
Yeah, I mean, we're all behind Coach Burke. I know, as a group, we don't really pay attention to what's outside the building because we know what we have in here. But obviously, huge award for Coach Burke, and not surprised at all.
Owen, how was the offense different compared to previous games, if at all? Was there anything that you guys changed that made a difference against Rice?
Yeah, I don't know if there's anything too particular. I think it's just honing in on the details. I think, like I said previously, in the Temple game, we made strides in the passing game. Not in the running game as much, but I think this Rice game, it kind of clicked on both ends. So I think that's what we're capable of, and y'all saw it Friday or Saturday.
To that point, Coach Traylor says you guys just keep getting better. Are there areas you can see where you guys perform at a higher level now compared to earlier in the year, or things that you guys have made strides with?
Yeah, not necessarily. I think we always knew we had what we were capable of. We saw this throughout the offseason. It was just a matter of time of doing that in game, and it happens to be last Saturday against Rice. So the challenge is to keep building on that and learn from it.
What has it meant for you individually that even in some of the low moments this year, Coach Traylor's really stood up for you and sort of for the offense as a whole?
Yeah, I mean, he's always been like that, no matter what's going on. And like I said, we aren't really worried about what's outside the building. We know we have in here and trust one another.
The touchdown pass where you were kind of rolling toward the sideline, it looked like you might run out of bounds or throw it away, and then you kind of back it. Can you take me through that play and kind of how that unfolded for you?
Yeah, so like you said, it's a little half roll out, actually looking to take a deep shot. So we had three levels in the routes. We had a deep route, intermediate, and then a short route. And the intermediate route kind of got ran into with the deep route. So by the time I got out there, I was just we were in scramble mode after that because of this broken play. And DJ did a great job finding a window. I tell those guys all the time in scramble to just get open. I'll try to get you all the ball. So that was pretty much it. Got him the ball, and DJ made a hell of a run after that.
What did it mean to you to see DJ deliver a play like that with some of the injury stuff, not just the ACL, but even just this year going through some things?
Yeah, last year, before he got hurt, we knew what he was capable of. Really dynamic player, and like you said, for him to come back from this knee injury and do that, I would say I was surprised, but we all knew DJ had that.
We get to see Will Henderson make some explosive plays in this game as well. What does he sort of bring to your offense?
Speed, a lot of speed. I mean, y'all see that, but Will's, maybe a little lighter size running back, but he's not afraid to run in between the tackles. I think that's what really makes him special, and then obviously is his God-given talent with the speed.
Owen, we didn't see you in the second half. Was that just, were you banged up a little, or they just decided to pull you?
Yeah, no. I was going to go out there for just a couple drives, and then, we got out there and our defense scored back-to-back touchdowns right away. So gave Brandon an opportunity to go in there, and yeah.
South Florida put 63 on North Texas. They had that 4-minute window where they scored like 4 straight touchdowns.
Yeah.
What have you seen on looking at that game film?
Yeah, North Texas is a lot better defense than we played last year when they came to us. All those guys are from Sam Houston, so they're all pretty close in that group. So they got a really good defense, obviously a really good offense. So it'll be a great challenge for us.
What stands out about that rivalry getting to be a part of the series for a little bit now?
Yeah, it seems like we have quite a few rivalries, but especially, North Texas, obviously a big game going to their place. Like you said, we beat them last year, so I'm sure they'll have a little chip on their shoulder. So we have to be ready. Like I said, they have a really good team, obviously a really good head coach.
You guys a couple weeks in a row have been really strong coming out of the gates with your opening drives, some of the scripted plays that I think you come up with during the week. What does it take for you guys to succeed in that area with those things that you predetermined during the week?
Yeah, it really starts with the coaching staff, starts with Coach Burke, because he's when it comes up with those. Obviously, he runs them by me, seeing if I like it, whatever it is. But I think y'all saw last Saturday. I mean, we scored, I believe, in 3 or 4 plays, so we were able to go the next drive on that same script. So it was just huge for us. So, like I said, all credit Coach Burke, but that really goes from the coaching staff.
JJ alluded to this, but what is the value of being able to get yourself and some of the other guys out of the game early in this one and maybe limit some wear and tear as you head into the second half of the season?
Yeah, it's a long season, so you never know who will play. So for the opportunities, for those guys to be able to get in that second half and play is huge for them. And really huge for us because we get to sit back and, those guys are working hard and maybe not get to play like they wanted, but now they got the opportunity, so it's really cool to see.
Coach Traylor told us yesterday, not in a negative way or anything, but you didn't want to come out at halftime. I guess that's probably like a natural competitor thing. But what was that conversation like with you two?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, exactly. I mean, I didn't want to go out, and then, you know, who we are in our defense, freaking 2 touchdowns back to back. So made my job easy. Me and Brandon Tennyson, all the Qs in the room were super close. So when he said he'd have that opportunity, I was fired up for Brandon.
How do you stay engaged through the second half? Are you still on the headset, or what kind of things are you doing?
Yeah, exactly. They just, you know, I have the earpiece in my helmet. They just removed it from my helmet and just gave it to me. So I was listening to those calls and staying locked in for Brandon, and even trying to, you know, play the reps from the sidelines. So yeah.
How'd you think he looked?
Yeah, good. I think, you know, he looked really good. Brandon's a sharp guy. He spins the ball really good. Thought he operated well. Yeah.
To ask you about this North Texas matchup, I know you guys take it one game at a time, but it's a pretty pivotal game in the conference structure. You guys feel any extra pressure this week?
Yeah, I think that's kind of the goal, is to not feel that pressure. It is another game. It is against a really good opponent, but these conference games you have to be honed in even more. So that's just really the main focus, is focusing on those small details.
What about the aspect of it being on the road? I know you guys have a really good home record. What do you have to do to kind of lock in a road game?
Yeah, I think, you know, we have to get out to a fast start. That starts with bringing our own energy, being physical on both sides of the ball. So it'll be a great challenge for us against a really good team.
Oh, and you made some tough throws under pressure against Rice, or even as you were getting hit as you threw. What is the balance like for you of, you know, wanting to protect yourself and limit wear and tear versus knowing when you have to stand in there and deliver a throw like that?
Yeah, well, it starts pre-snap. I got to do a little bit of job protecting myself and protection-wise, you know, communicating with the running back, some of that. And then post-snap, our job as quarterback is to get the ball to the playmaker. So if that means getting hit, you know, after we throw it, it's just part of the game.
All right,
Thank you.
appreciate it.
Appreciate it.
Thanks.